Okay everybody, this video will teach you a little bit about our paint system so that we can all keep things in order, keep our brushes clean, and have access to the materials we need to finish painting our mural. Once they're clean, they go in these buckets right here, right next to the sink, and you want to make sure it's bristle side up. If you leave them in there with paint on them, they'll just dry and then they'll be garbage. So, bye-bye. These buckets here are perfect for putting water in and then using at your table to rinse out your brushes after you use them. When you're finished using these buckets, make sure that you can just dump out the water here and then put it back on the stack, and make sure you wash the brushes that you dump out and put them in this bucket here, bristle side up. This is our paint table, and we're going to try to use a rainbow orientation so that you can easily find colors. So here's our red section, our orange section, yellow, green, blues over here. When you go to put your paints back, you can put them on top or in front of the color that they correspond. I see someone just left this blue here with no top. If you mix a new color, make sure that you grab a clean lid and then take a little bit of that color, put it on the lid like this, and then make sure that that lid snaps into place like this so that other people can use that same color. That's going to go in our blue stack. Extra containers and lids are over here, and you can use this table to fill them up and then put a little paint on the top, and you can bring this to your table to paint on and then return it to our rainbow when you're finished. Use one of these smaller, taller containers. You have to make sure that you have two pieces on the top, otherwise the lid doesn't fit. So you can put that one on first, and you have to kind of push hard. You can just access the paint by putting your brush down the hole, and then you put the lid on and make sure that it's on there tight. I'm going to add that to my black stack over here. If you need a color that's nowhere to be found, you can custom mix that color using one of these palettes, taking some of the colors out of those containers, and then mixing the color on your palette to use on your Polytab. When we store the Polytab sheets, we're going to do painted side to painted side, or the back to the back. So for example, over here, the back is facing up. So when I go to put this Polytab on top of it, I'm going to put the back to the back like this so that the painted side is facing up. I need to make sure that I lay it nice and flat so there are no wrinkles, because the wrinkles sometimes can become permanent if they sit too long, or it could even rip. Okay? So now that Polytab was back to back and it's laying nice and flat. The next one I can put can be painted side up, painted to painted. At the container table, if you're looking to make a larger quantity, you can take a clean container and find the two lids that it needs, in this case, this one and this one, and put the new color inside. Put the color on top. If you find a container that's dirty like this one, spend a little time scraping out the old color if you can. Sometimes it'll peel off in a whole sheet. You may also need to remove some of the tape on the edge like this on the lip so that it seals better when you put the lid on it later with the new color inside.